Hello, hello, hello. Do let me know in the comments if you can see and hear me okay. Let me know the mic level and things are working okay. Frank, yes, it is happening. It was set for just now. You were a minute too early, but I am here. Jeremy, hi, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. So this is, I think, it's the third in the series of these live builds. If you've not attended one before, what I'm doing is challenging Juji Studio, which is a no-code conversational AI platform, to be able to do things that people would normally expect to need a low-code or coded product to do. Frank, oh, good. Thank you. Appreciate that. I know how horrible it is when you go on one of these lives and the audio is all over the place, or the video is a bit weird. It's interesting. People will actually forgive you for poor video, but poor audio, no, not impressed. I've given up on plenty of lives. Oh, yeah, comments are coming in. Lovely. I really appreciate that. I'm going through StreamYard, and it's a little bit slow to update, so I don't know how many people are watching, but I think we're probably just going to dive in. I'd like to, do this for less than 30 minutes. It's a lot of time to take up of yours, and I want to give you some value. What we're going to build here will take me probably 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20. Try and slow myself down and not rush through it and give you plenty of time to take it in and ask questions. And then there'll be some time at the end to ask questions as well. Do network in the comments. We're a growing community, conversational designers and AI-related people. So do try and make some connections. I often pick up some of my best connections via lives. And what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of challenge Juji around surveys, which I've always found is a bit clunky and a bit of an issue when doing it for clients. And more often than not, we've ended up using a third-party product to collect the data from the conversation and then analyze it. It's just messy. I understand in some instances in bigger enterprises, they might have their own dashboards and things, but for many businesses, they just want to be able to take a quick snapshot, see where they are, see if there's anything that they need to do for their customers. Frank, appreciate that. So the bit that we're going to try and do today is I want to show how easy it is using no code to create a survey. We're going to use a template because otherwise you'd get bored watching. We're going to look at how we can collect both quality and quantitative kind of responses. So open-ended questions and then some other, just selections. And we're also going to challenge Juji by interrupting partway through the survey, which is, if anybody out there has actually built one, that is one of my biggest bugbears. And it just throws a survey out when somebody just comes in, middle of the survey. You might only be asking five questions and they just go off on a tangent and it just ruins the whole conversational experience. So if you're ready, I'm ready. With already 3 minutes in, that should have given some more people some time to join. Okay, let's flick across to a better view. Okay, and you should be looking now at Juji along with me. If you've got any questions, do ask them in the comments. I can't see them whilst I'm doing this, but I will dip in and have a look. And once the demo is finished, I'll definitely dip in and answer any questions. And I think there'll be somebody from Juji as well. So if you've got anything that I don't truly know the answer to, they'll comment. So this is the Juji dashboard, and you can see where I've been practicing and learning and doing, trying to get hands-on with the product and learn how to use it. Don't want my tea going cold. So let's start where we mean to go on. So you can import a chatbot, which I think I've actually done it with Juji. It's really quick and easy. So if you've already got something, you can import it, which is nice. But we're not. We're going to create new. And we're not going to go through Messenger today. We're going to go through the website. So we're going to do a website build. And then you get two options. You can use a blank template, which I think if you're experienced with the products, then that is the place where you'll probably go. But when you're learning a product, I think having templates that you can go in and analyze and see how they're built and how they're put together really accelerates the learning. So we're going to use a template. And we're going to use a customer service one. And there's two available templates here. There's the basic and the standard. So the basic, use this template to build an AI assistant chatbot to automate customer free text Q&A, including multi-turn Q&A. Do like the multi-turn element. But the one we're going to use is a customer service. So they use this template to create an AI assistant chatbot to automate customer free text Q&A and gather user feedback. And that user feedback is the survey element. If I wanted to, I could just view the chat example, which I think is brilliant. So you can have a little look at it and decide whether that's the template you want to use. But I know it is, so we're just going to go in and use it. And I could go preview chatbot at this stage, but no need. We'll preview it in a second. What we're going to do is going to go straight in with customized chatbot. So that this will actually work, we need to add a couple of Q&As in. So I'm going to add 2. And Q&A, adding a Q&A into Juji is really easy. You basically just go to this central menu, Q&A board, and you enter the question on the left and the chatbot's response on the right. Really simple, makes it very, very easy for everybody. So what is the price of your show? In this demonstration, we're a theatre, basically. And the response we're going to put in, the tickets are, and we're going to put $30 per person. We're not going to get into heavy conversational design at this stage because it'll slow us down in the demo, but you can see how that's worked. And then all we need to do to kind of upload that, so final check, make sure it makes sense, and then all we do is just click at the end. Come on, don't be stubborn. There we go, and hit submit. There you go, and I can see that's uploaded. And then I'm going to add in another one. When is the next show? So for anybody who's new to kind of chatbots and training them and building FAQs, Q&As, I think this is just really easy for them. They can obviously upload a CSV, so you could get them to build the questions and the chatbot responses in a spreadsheet if you had a customer services team. Give it a final quality check by the person who's going to upload it, and then upload it as a CSV. But quite simply, on the fly, you could very easily teach someone to just add in new FAQs on the fly, which is brilliant. The next show is at 8 p.m. There we go. So we're going to upload that. Again, you just tick at the end and hit submit. And they're just loaded into the back end, into the database. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to now go into the main chat flow, which is here. If you've built chatbots before, there's always some kind of flow builder. And we're using a template. Otherwise, I'd have to create all of these topics, which I'm not going to. So what we're going to do is going to go straight to topic 3. And we've already got something in there, but we're going to make it relevant to the theatre. So I can just click in here, or when I was on, I could have clicked on the pencil at the end. We're going to remove this text, and we're going to ask if you have visited our theatre before, what was your experience like? There you go. Check it over. I'm happy. What I really love about Juji is it saves that automatically. I don't need to click the save, but it's ready and it's in there. And then we're going to move down to, so that's just that's a kind of a free text question response. We're going to get to that. And for the next one, we're going to have it slightly different. Again, we can hit the pencil or hit in here, but it's going to edit it. And for this one, you can see there's 10 radio buttons that can be selected. We're only going to work on a scale of 1 to 5. So I can just delete these. Let me just take these out. Easy for anybody to do. No coding. And then we're going to go in and change the text. Could you rate your experience on a scale of 1 to 5? 1 being terrible, spell terrible right, and 5 being excellent. There you go. So could you rate your experience on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being terrible and 5 being excellent? And we've got the options. We've even got a 0 in there, which I'm going to remove actually. So we've got 1 to 5, much nicer. And then we're going to come down to topic 5. Again, we're using what's already available here. You can create all of these elements yourself from fresh if you just want to design from fresh. We're going to say in the coming months, we have several new shows. Would you like to receive updates? And you can see we've got some more radio buttons here, and we just simply just need a yes and a no. So we'll just edit these. And no. There you go. So all I'm going to do at this stage is just click on the preview button on the left in the little side menu. And I just want to see it pop up. So I know I haven't broke it. Yes, and we can see that Juji's popped up, ready to start a conversation with us. I'm not going to do it this time. What we're going to do is we're actually going to deploy. So deploy, I love how easy deploying is with Juji. It's just so simple. So I'm just going to come down, generate URL. And then I get these two, test link and a web link. And for this demonstration, we're actually going to use the web link. So I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to paste that into a new window. Again, if you've got questions, keep asking. Thanks, Rupesh. Welcome, David. Oh, yeah, I've got lots of you now. I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's move into doing this. So this is Jim, me. I'm going to be testing this bot that I've just built from a very good, very simple template. And then all we're going to do is just type a question. If you remember, we did those 2 FAQs. What is the price of your show? And you see how quickly that gave us the information we've done. And I'm going to tell basically I'm done. I'm saying that because I want that then to trigger to go into the survey. Asked if I've got a few minutes to answer a few quick questions. If you are a conversational designer and you're considering building in a survey, little tip for you, keep it short and sweet where possible. If you can't keep it short and sweet, do express them how much time it's going to take. There's nothing worse when you start a survey and it just drags on and drags on, drags on. I think conversational AI surveys, you know, any more than 5 or 6 questions, you need to tell them how long it's going to take. So it's going to say, if you have a few minutes, may I ask you a couple of questions? Yeah, sure. Nice response back from Juji. So that first question we had was kind of an open question where they can just put anything. So it says, if you have visited our theatre before, what was your experience like? I've been several times and I've always had a great time. There we go. So it's just free text. And what I really liked about that is it thanks me for my opinion, remembering that is an opinion, and it's picked up the sentiment was positive. So it says, I like the somewhat positive note in your feedback. The next thing is we're just got some radio buttons basically to click, and it said, could you rate your experience on a scale 1 to 5, 1 being terrible and 5 being excellent? Obviously, I've had a positive experience, so I'm going to select 5. And if you remember, that last question we had was, in the coming months, we have several new shows. Would you like to receive updates? I'm just going to click yes. And then Juji is just hanging around. I might have some more questions to ask. I think it's just a nice, elegant experience. Obviously, as conversational designers, we'd give that some heart, some feeling. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to launch a next one for a customer who's not so happy. So this customer is Michelle. Michelle has not had such a good experience. Hope you're getting a feel for this now. You know, you can see how quick it is. So, so she's going to ask her, what time is the next show? So, because it wasn't matched up to when is the next show, it's giving me options. I really like how elegant it does that, and obviously it learns. So, when is the next show? And it gives the answer that we put in. So you remember, manual Q&As, 2 of them in, 2 questions, 2 answers, takes moments, and the response is easy. I'm just going to now click type done, just so we can kick off the survey. If you have a few minutes, may I ask you a couple of quick questions? Simple yes. I do make a mean cup of tea. If you visited our fair before, what was your experience? I really didn't like it. There was a horrible smell coming from the seats. Help as I go along. Your inputs. No, I detect a hint of negative sentiment in your input. Not the best conversational design. It's a bit robotic, but you get the idea. And we'll sure share it with my human teammates. Like that bit. Then it goes on to the next question. And what we're going to do is we're actually just going to interrupt this now with that original question. What is the price of the show? So we're in the middle of the survey. Been interrupted. It's given the correct answer from the Q&A we uploaded earlier, but then it's come straight back into the survey. Now that is elegant. You must admit, that's pretty good. Come straight back in at the point at which the introduction happened. We're going to select a response of 2 this time on the rating. And ask if I'd like to receive updates, and I'm going to click yes again, just for the analytics at the end. And Juji's going to just hang around, which I really love. So I'm just going to pop in and see if you've got any questions. Hi, good meeting you all. Hi, Ali, well done. Yep, no questions I need to answer at the moment, so let's get back into it. So we've used a template that we know has got a survey built in. We've amended that survey really quickly to ask some relevant questions to the business. But one of the bits that I really struggle with is around that data. So with lots of other products, if you're able to ask the survey information, then it's stored perhaps in a spreadsheet or in some other data store. And then you've got to use some kind of tool to analyze that data or just look at the raw data. But not Juji. Juji has kind of got that information at your hands, live, ready to go. So at any time your administrator or the person in charge of analytics, you can just go in and see this, report it back to the customer service team or whatever, whoever, I think it's great for customer service team, for products, for even for leads, getting feedback from leads from their first experience. So if we look here, we can see Jim and Michelle came in and they completed the survey. So it would list, 1,000 names here and would show those people that hadn't completed. You can obviously search for a user. You can filter by date. You can download all of the chat data. We can see a total of 3 questions were asked, 2 in the first conversation, 1 in the second. All good. And what we can do below that is we can go to this section called User Response Analytics. So if we go in there, we can see we've got these 2 options, quantitative responses, so the choices, and then qualitative responses, which is the free text stuff. And we can see they were both answered. So if we click on rate the product or service, we can see that it was rated 5 for one count and 2 for another count. So obviously the more data, the more that pie chart would change. And you would be able to see that data change it over time, which is fantastic. If you wanted to, you could change it to a bar chart. I love how it's just available and ready to rock. Would you like to learn more about our product? If you've been through the whole demo, you saw I clicked yes on both of those. But again, you would see that live and changing. And again, you could have a bar chart if you needed to. Really, really simple, really, really quick. And it kind of fits the bill, for non-techie, no code, building a really powerful tool that can take information from conversations and feed it back to the business, which is really what we're all looking to do. I'm just going to flip back to me so I can answer your questions. So I hope that demo was useful and not too quick. If you want to see, that's a horrible view. Let me just see if I can. Oh, it's going to change back in a second. If you've got any questions, do let me know in the comments or afterwards, or feel free to message me. If you've got a challenge for Juji, you can message me direct. You can message Juji, or you can just put it in the comments. If you want to see that kind of survey thing expanded out, just get in touch and I can do that with you. If you've got a survey you've already got and you want to see how that might look, that's good. So I'm just going to go through the questions now. So Valentina, thanks for dropping in. I think you've been to all 3. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Somebody was having problems. Thank you. The network helped her out. Good morning, all. Thanks for the demo. Thank you. Yeah, Valentina, really good feature. I'm assuming you're talking about the analytics side. It is powerful. I can think back to some builds I've done in the past and how powerful and how useful that would have been for me. I could really have put it to use. Ali, are you testing Juji, or you use it for your clients, and do you recommend other platforms? So this is all part of my deep dive into no-code platforms, and I came across Juji, reached out to the Juji team and asked them, if I could have a license basically and kind of challenge it a bit. And then through our conversations, it kind of built into something more where I wanted to really challenge it and they wanted some powerful feedback, not only from me, but from other people. So that's kind of where we are. Do I recommend other products? Yeah, Juji's it's not the one and only product that's good for everybody. It won't suit all needs, but there is a huge chunk of businesses out there that don't need the low code, heavy code platforms. And no code, something like this, is really quick to implement, really quick to get up and live, and having thousands of conversations a day. And as you've seen, collecting really good, powerful data. Ali, if you wanted like a one-to-one demo, just get in touch and I'll get that organized for you. Baron, good to see you, buddy. I have a perhaps particular question. Can I build a bot on my mobile? or at least build and maintain the NLU? I will let one of Juji answer that because I'm not entirely sure what you're asking. Or we're good friends anyway. We're going to see you in December. Or just, yeah, you and I will do a Zoom and we'll kind of go through it. Oh, Ali, I would love to see you give Juji a date format challenge. Oh, yeah, message me and kind of tell me a little bit more about that. Is it, I'm guessing what you mean is somebody giving me a date in the many formats that you can get date, and then it being able to recognize it. I'm sure when I tested it previously a couple of weeks ago, it just did it out of the box. But yeah, that might be quite interesting. Oh, Valentina, she really liked that feature, the repair path. So how the customer interrupted the survey and it got back on track. Yeah, makes life so much easier, doesn't it, Valentina? Is there a survey CSV import as there is with the FAQs? I haven't noticed one. I will let the Juji team answer on that. They'll either tell me and I'll tell you, or they'll just come and post on here. So that was a very quick demo of what's possible doing a Q&A. So it's the ease of use, really. The way with this no-code platform, we can do a survey within the one tool, not having to use another tool. We can gather good quality responses. We can support open-ended questions. And also, obviously, handle diverse responses, and the ability for that natural conversation experience where it can handle an interruption and people going off path and then back on again. So I hope you like that. I've enjoyed giving the demo. Next Friday, I'll be doing another one. I'm going to decide what that is. It might be that date format. It might be something else. Oh, one final question there before I go. Does Juji provide some answers, or the bot designer has to provide every single answer? So there is some elements of the NLP, NLU already built into the system. What I'm going to do actually is organize, probably in a couple of weeks' time, a bit of a deep dive with one of the Juji team. And those kind of questions like that, I want to really show the inner workings and what's so powerful about no code and especially Juji. So thanks, Jeremy. That was a great question. AI wizard at kawidi.com. Oh, we should have a chat. I want to learn more about what you're doing. But thanks, everyone. Thanks for dropping in. I really appreciate it on a Friday. If you've got any questions, you know where I am. And speak. Michelle's just come up and started answering Jeremy's questions. But thanks, everyone. I've really appreciated your time. I know it's valuable to you. But I'm hoping to really push that no-code platform drive. Thanks, everyone. Take care.